If you were to drive by a St. Louis public school building, most likely you would see one of these signs. That's because the fence around the schools contains lead. But those fences won't be up for much longer. The city's Board of Education voted to fund the replacement of chain link fencing. In fact, approximately 6.2 miles will need to be removed and replaced at many city schools. The cost of the new vinyl coated fencing will be about $2 million, which will come from state and federal funds. The district also has plans for green spaces and extending play services to cover asphalt areas.
New at 6.